These are the 15 rappers with the longest prison sentences. YNW Melly. Accused of murdering his two best friends in 2018, then staging it as a drive-by. Melly faces life in prison or the death penalty if convicted. He's been locked up since 2019 and his retrial was pushed back to January 2027. Things aren't looking good for Melly or his alter ego, Melvin. Tay K. As a teenager, Tay K killed a 21-year-old during a home invasion for drugs and money. Then, he cut his ankle monitor and killed a photographer for his camera equipment to film the race, before killing another person in a Chick-fil-A parking lot. Once he was arrested, Tay K was sentenced to essentially 135 years in prison. Tory Lanez. Sentenced to 10 years for shooting Megan Thee Stallion after a party at Kylie Jenner's in 2020, Tory was found guilty of assault with a semi-automatic firearm, illegal gun possession, and negligent discharge. Recently, he got stabbed 14 times in prison but survived. Fetty Wap. When Fetty blew up, it turned out he was doing more than rapping. He got 6 years in federal prison for conspiracy to distribute multiple drugs across several states. He was part of a major trafficking ring. Fetty was released in 2024 but immediately violated parole. Pooh Shiesty. Sentenced to 5 years and 3 months for conspiracy to possess firearms and robbery, Pooh was involved in multiple shootings in 2020, including one over drugs and money. He blew up with Back in Blood not long before he started doing time. He's expected to be released around 2026. Diddy. Facing life in prison on federal charges including multiple types of trafficking and racketeering, Diddy is also accused of running a criminal enterprise through Bad Boy Records for decades. He's currently being denied bail in New York. His trial is currently ongoing. Lil Durk. Recently arrested on federal murder for hire charges related to the 2022 killing of Quando Rondo's cousin Lil Pab in Los Angeles. Allegedly, Durk used OTF members to carry out the hit as retaliation for Von's death. He's potentially facing life if convicted on federal conspiracy charges. Lil Reese. Currently doing time for charges related to aggravated battery and a weapons violation, Reese has been in and out of prison multiple times since 2012. He's known for his relation to Sosa and running the Chicago drill scene, but his expected release varies depending on his ongoing cases. Quando Rondo. Sentenced to 2 years, 9 months on federal drug conspiracy charges, Quando pleaded guilty to conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute marijuana. He was originally supposed to serve a lot more time when prosecutors tried to charge him with conspiracy to distribute several other substances. Casanova. Just when he was on top, Casanova got 15 years for racketeering, drug trafficking, and firearms charges as part of UGSN. He pleaded guilty in 2022 to avoid a life sentence before he publicly cut ties with the gang to avoid any further trouble, but then he got jumped on the inside for betrayal. Fivio Foreign. Currently fighting federal weapons charges that could end up being life in prison, Fivio blew up because of his collaborations with Ye and Drake. His case is still pending, but prosecutors are trying to get a heavy sentence due to his gang affiliations. Mystikal. Facing life in prison on assault and kidnapping charges, Mystikal already did 6 years for battery and was released in 2021. Now he's accused of assaulting a woman and holding her against her will with the help of a bodyguard. At 52, conviction will likely mean Mystikal will die in prison.